Everyone, welcome to my channel, Empress Aries 888. My name is Tanya. So please, like on the way in, gives me an energetic donation to the channel, helps me tune into you. These are collective readings, so flip the roles as you see fit. Take what resonates and leave the rest, and let's calm spirit and let's get this party started, shall we? Spirit guides and angels of your whitest light, please give me a clear message for the collective, one that brings healing, hope, and understanding of our situations. Protect me as I open myself up to channel these messages and protect my beautiful collective. Amen. Well, I hope everyone's doing wonderful today. These are timeless readings, so anytime you're tuned in, they're relevant. Don't just look at the dates because there could be a message there. But if there isn't, don't take this on. If the shoe don't fit, you must equip. All right, so let's see what Spirit has to say to us today. Wait a minute. Let me do some Reiki first. Reiki, my friends. Gotta do this. Protection, black tourmaline, protect my beautiful collective. Thank you, Spirit. And of course, my sound goal. If you have sensitivity to sound, lower your volume in 3, 2, and 1. There you go. I'm going to do one there. All right. Spirit, come through. All right, let's do it. Let's see what we got here for a message from your guides, source itself. Spirit, what message do you have today? And thank you so much for those who are tuning in, those that are loyal to the channel. I certainly do appreciate you. Thank you. Control. By letting go of the illusion of control, we open ourselves to genuine freedom. If somebody's trying to control the situation or being controlled, but by letting go of control, or even letting go of somebody controlling us, right? There's avoidance here. Face what you fear, for avoidance is but a temporary refuge. Oh, God. So somebody's allowing somebody to control them, avoiding a confrontation, or maybe confronting this person creates a lot of chaos in a person's life, so it's easier just to let them feel like they win. What's the last one? Thank you, Spirit. Depression. This too shall pass. Every storm brings a rainbow. I say this all the time. All right, so somebody is being controlled and they're depressed about it. But there's pride there. True worth is measured by character, not accolades. So somebody is prideful, maybe looking for attention, seeks attention, validation from other people, feels like they're in control, but they're not. Control is an illusion. Avoidance. This could be a person who has an avoidant personality. When there's problems, they pretend. It's almost like a self-sabotage in the sense of not really facing an issue, but pretending that it doesn't exist because I don't wish it to be. Their pride, their ego, they don't want people to know they're suffering. Somebody could be controlling them and they don't want to say anything. Here's what I'm hearing. Let's go into the first tarot. Let's see what, but pride before the fall, my friends. It's like you're only delaying the inevitable and staying stuck in a toxic cycle. But somebody is suffering in silence because they just don't want to avoid the truth of something. Their emotions are controlling them for some of them. For some of you out there, your emotions are controlling you. Trying to avoid a painful ending. You're sitting in your pride ego about it, depressed, not doing anything to change your situation. What is this about, Spirit? Let's get to it. All right, Spirit, give me a message here. And not on the floor constantly, Spirit. That would be nice. I'm not going to take these. Let's go stuff from scratch here. Spirit, give me a message, please, for this person who's controlling their emotions. That's what I'm hearing. Controlling their emotions. Not wanting to give in to them. Somebody is controlling them, though, and they're depressed about it. They're trying not to let it get to them. Yeah, look. This is a person who had all kinds of options or cups. They had a gift from the universe, but did not see it. Almost defiantly not looking at it, acting like they had other options. Maybe they did. They did. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Spirit. This is a King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This could have been past, present, or future energy if I haven't said it. So, in the past, this person could have been offered a gift from the universe person. They didn't see this person because they were looking at their other options, all the options they had. So they kind of missed the gift. Yeah, it's like they were looking away. So could be a leader. This is a person who thinks a lot of themselves in a sense, ego, pride, right? Sits there regally. They might have a measure of success in life, but they didn't see this person for who they were because there were so many other people validating them, making them feel good, or they were seeking validation from other people. Yeah, so they avoided it. It's always on the floor. Ridiculous already. What is this, Eight of Swords? So it's like fast action. Somebody took fast action or wants to take fast action. Okay. Well, Wands energy, they are movers and shakers. These are people who are creative, they're passionate, they could be fierce, fierce in their anger, fierce in their pursuits. Quick. Could have been a quick move to something else. I'm hearing. Here, give me one more. Yeah, nostalgia. They're thinking about it though. Nostalgia is looking back. I feel like they quickly walked away and went to something else. They're thinking about a high priestess. Could be you. Past energy. It's a person from your past that didn't see your worth. Could have been an Aries, Leo, Sag. Somebody that moved away. They think about you. Took quick action. They want a victory here. Or they see you as the high priestess. They see you as all knowing. Nobody's all knowing, but a keeper of secrets, a person who has a high spirituality, somebody who's getting a victory. Maybe they want a victory in this situation. Somebody that moved away. Maybe you moved away from this person, or they want to move towards you. This is a person who's overburdened, has a lot of responsibility. Could be you, or could be this person's overburdened by the fact that they let you go. Chariot moved away from them. You moved away from them, and now they're overburdened by it, but they didn't see you. They didn't see your value. Ten of Cups. This like ultimate happiness. Maybe they see you as a person they could be ultimately happy with. Family. You could have had everything with this person. They moved away from you. Or this person used their intuition, thought that they could get a victory with somebody else, and moved away from you. Now this is overburdening them because they had everything they wanted in you. Ten of Cups, but I feel like they thought by choosing something else that they were going to have this ultimate family life and happiness. On the deck is Ten of Pentacles, a legacy. In God's name, Page of Wands. New beginnings. This is an immature person. What the hell was the King of Pentacles there for? Maybe you were the King of Pentacles. Flip the rules, because energy is energy. You had high value. They didn't see it. You were a King of Pentacles. More in your, if you're a female, you're more in your masculine energy. They didn't see your worth at the time. They didn't use their intuition. Yes, they didn't. Why not? Spirit. So something else. They moved away from you. But maybe somebody from their past, somebody that they were thinking of, somebody they thought they could have a victory with. Chariot. Yeah, they moved away. But it's overburdened them. Overburdened them. They didn't use their intuition. They moved towards maybe a high priestess, or this person was a high priestess, didn't use their intuition. Page of Wands. It was an immature person. They wanted happiness. They wanted everything. They wanted it all. They were juggling. Okay, there you go. Makes sense. So they went towards something else that they thought they could have all of these things with. They collaborated. Yep, Three of Pentacles. With somebody they thought they were going to have a wish fulfillment. But there was a judgment here. Yes, Wheel of Fortune. The compass, moving towards something, moving towards the wrong direction. Balance. They weren't balanced at the time. I don't care. I'm not taking reversals in this deck, but I can see this. They went towards somebody else that they thought was a better fit. Somebody they could have everything with. Wheel of Fortune's here, Temperance. They didn't have balance, though. Look, grief. Grief. Reflection. Bosses. Look, all these empty cups. Thinking they had everything. Thinking they were going to get everything. They didn't see you. Yes. That's what happens here. Okay, let's go into something else. Let's keep going. All right. What's here? What say you, Spirit? What do you think of this, Spirit? Yeah, this is a person who really was in their pride and ego, trying to control something, trying to control their emotions, trying to control their life, and it ended up controlling them. They had too many choices, too many options, not enough time. And so with that buffet in front of them, they didn't see the value of you because they had too many people vying for their attention and time. So they got distracted, ran towards somebody else that they thought was going to give them the Ten of Pentacles, ultimate fulfillment. Maybe this person said that to them. Maybe this person was the High Priestess. Could have been. Using their siren call. Using magical abilities. But this person didn't use their intuition. This person could have magical gifts and be a healer. Not a healer. How did I say that? Maybe that's what they are. But they didn't use their gifts. They didn't use the intuition. They used other attributes that they had, right? Healing. Healing energy. This person needs healing. I feel like this person could be a healer. Voyage. They're void. They're not doing any voyaging. Maybe this person likes to travel, but I think they're stuck. I think that's what that's saying. Courage. They need the courage. But pride is here, though. There's a lot of pride in this person that's keeping them stuck. It's like they self-sabotage, didn't use their intuition when a person flattered them. Instead of seeing the gift that you were, they ran towards somebody else, got on their chariot and said, let's get the hell out of here. And they moved towards this person who they had a past with, who they had nostalgia, right? Somebody that they had somebody that they had history with. And all it did was overburden them. This person had their own reasons for being there. Maybe that person that they went towards was looking for stability and found it in your person. So they set sail for more prosperous waters and forgot all about you. But all it did was leave them depleted. They need healing. They need to get out of their pride and ego. They need to recognize their controlling ways. But I feel like there is an element of control that's being extended to them now. It's like all of a sudden this controlling person is being controlled. They're being led by the history of this person. Maybe even children, a family, a legacy that they thought that they were going to have so much prosperity. But they kept them stuck in a toxic cycle. Yes, not being fulfilled, working hard, but it's not satisfying to this person because they dropped the ball. They were juggling you and maybe somebody else, and they went towards that other person. They have bright futures in the reverse. They're very jaded now. They don't feel like there's any happiness anymore. It's like almost like their candle was snuffed out. Reliving the past in the reverse. It was living in the past that got them in this mess in the first place. This person was controlling them through nostalgia. Maybe keeping in touch with them. It could be a distance because they had to travel on the chariot. So there could have been a distance between these two people. And they kept in touch, maybe phone calls, text messages. And then they inevitably, the nostalgia outwon the connection with you. Yeah, good luck. You are a lucky person. There could have been luck with you. They need to cleanse themselves. It's raining cats and dogs. It feels like this person, there's a lot of storms in your life. Yeah. Maybe they're drinking a lot, 3 sheets to the wind, trying to forget. Somebody's a gossip. Somebody's an opportunist. Nuisance. What I'm hearing. God don't like ugly. Person could be nasty. Argues. Spiteful person that they're with. And this is timing, divine timing. This is a person who needed to learn this. Needed to go through this. It was like they felt like because of the nostalgia that the like the like. I had the bottom of the deck numbness. To feel pain is to feel alive. Maybe this person numbs themselves, like it says, with alcohol and other things to forget. Because it's too painful to think about the choices that they've made. Sometimes that people feel like they made their bed, they got to lie in it, and I feel like this is the mentality, this victim mentality this person has now. They feel like they screwed up, and now they can't come back from that. They got to live with this. Maybe this person has a lot of investments with this individual, like children, like real estate, like a home. Maybe they live in a different location than you now. The chariot, they moved in a different place. The ship is there, so maybe they traveled to this person, and now they're stuck there. They put their anchor in that water, and that's it. This person is manipulative. This person is vicious and spiteful and a gossip. They numb themselves, your person, with alcohol and other substances to forget, to just get by, trying to control their emotions even though they want to cry every day. Yeah. They're down bad, this person. They're down bad because of their choices. Because of this vanity, this love and the attention that they got. This person kept them on the hook. And they bought it hook, line, and sinker. Oh, yeah. Give me some more messages, please, on the situation here. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. It was all about money. This is a person that was materialistic. It's all about the outward appearance. You know, stingy in a sense of keeping what they have and doing whatever it takes to keep it. Maybe this person was like a trophy wife or husband. This person looks good on the outside, but is a manipulative person. Yeah, Three of Swords. Your person has that materialism in them too. So it's kind of like two birds of a feather flock together, and it got them a painful heartbreak, painful permanent ending. There could be an ending to this situation. They have to make a choice, a resolution to leave this because it's so heartbreaking to them. They're heartbroken because they offered themselves immaturity, right? They're a cup of love to this person, but this person was an op to them, was opposition, was going to win at all costs. This person that they went with, manipulative person that controls, that does what it takes to get what they want in life. They wanted money, they wanted stability, so they went towards your person. They knew this person, your person cared about them. And they broke their person's heart because they realized that this isn't what they thought it was. The nostalgia got them stuck. Thinking that maybe they didn't really have a relationship, maybe they had a crush. And all of a sudden they're in a relationship with a person who's manipulative, gossiping, vicious, even towards them, controls them. And in their pride and ego, they don't want people to know that they made a huge mistake. Maybe other people do know about it. But this is heartbreaking. And they had the opportunity with you, but they went towards something else. Now they don't know what to do because they got a lot of investment in this. They invested a lot in this person. They gave this person a lot of money too. Tell you that. What's going to happen? Oh, lovers. Yeah, they chose this person instead of you. But look, Six of Swords. Eventually, this is what's going to happen. This person's going to get the hell out of Dodge. They may not have the yacht. They may not have, a pontoon boat, but they're going to have, a dinghy and get the hell out of here. Two of Pentacles, a choice. Yeah, they were juggling you and another person. But this was not their divine. This was their karmic partner. It wasn't their divine partner, but they thought it was. Justice. Yeah, I feel like justice. There's going to be a balancing out of this person and a realization. Realization. Ten of Cups was never with this person. This, whatever it was that they sought, this love, this family, this legacy, all it did was keep them stuck. Eight of Swords, trapped. With a hater. With a hater. This is a karmic partner. It wasn't a divine partner. There's towers in this person's life, and they're suffering in silence, not telling anybody about it. But I feel like if this person's a gossip and a hater and whatever the case, this person's telling other people about their situation. But they're painting it in a light that your person's the problem and not them. Yeah. Twin flame is here, so there's another person that your person's thinking of you. Yeah. Judgment's in the reverse, though. Maybe this hater was judging you, or something was said about you. But you're away from this situation. You're in peace, reflection. Your life is, you're doing good right now. You're away from this situation. The Most High has taken you out of this situation. This was a divine partnership between the two of you. But you're protected. Seven of Wands. You're protected from these people. You're working on your, whatever it is, your spirituality. You're blessed by the divine. This person was sneaky and deceptive. This person that, this karmic that your person went towards. Sneaky and deceptive. Love bombed them, kept them in their life from a distance, pretended that, that they were the moon and the stars, used nostalgia of history, of maybe people they worked in connection with or people they knew together, or they lived in the same neighborhood, take it how it resonates, but they were with each other at one time. Maybe they were younger when they met each other, and they just kept the connection going. And when they were down and out, they called them in. Come on, I want you down here. Let's cement this relationship. Let's go all the way, man. Yeah, I'll give you the world. But what are you going to give up in order to get the world? That's the point. The world can mean success. The world can mean having the ultimate happiness in life. But you have to give something up in order to get it. And this person gave you up. This is an emperor now. Yeah, an emperor. They've grown up. They have that potential. Passion. They have a lot of passion. Now they're remembering you, Six of Cups. Two of Cups. They want to make a choice towards you now. They've used a lot of substances up in the clouds to be in an illusion with this person, but I feel like they're waking up to that. This is a hidden enemy, man, that kept them stuck. Hidden enemy. In suspense, right? Away from you. But there's going to be a leap of faith towards you, the Queen of Cups. Yeah, this could be coming soon, too. They have a pentacle, Knight of Pentacles. They have one pentacle. They don't have a whole lot, but they want to give it to you. They want to give it to you. Yeah, this could be a secret. There's an ending. Death is coming, an ending to this situation. They want to come towards you. They're sick of being heartbroken. They're sick of crying about this. They know they made a mistake. They chose poorly. Spirit, give me a couple of confirmations, a couple of affirmations, please. But in life, we have to grow up. I mean, they were immature energy. They might have had this crush on a person, or the infancy of a relationship when they were younger. And then all of a sudden, this person kept, talking to them, or they talked to that person, kept, conversating with them. And then when this other person, the karmic, decided to snap the trap, they fell for it. But they had you at the time too that they were entertaining. They were juggling you and another person. But because they had a history with this other person, they went towards that person only to their own regret and heartbreak. Because they could have had it all with you. Yeah. It broke their heart to break your heart. They ghosted you. And went towards this other person quick. Yep. The moment I start to change, the moment I am willing to bring good into my life, the universe responds in kind. And that is all a mindset, right? Law of attraction. Choose a bright future now. You have the choice. This person has a choice. There's no such thing as staying stuck. You don't have to be stuck. And I feel like this person's realizing that. Look at this one. I love this one. I am good enough. And maybe this is the problem. This person never felt good enough, and they look for validation outside of themselves. And that's how they got stuck with this person. How you feel about yourself, the law of attraction, is what you draw in. Your vibe attracts your tribe. It's very true. Your mindset attracts people like you. So if you're in a low vibing state, you're going to attract that. But if you feel good about yourself, that's who you're going to attract to. There is no need to struggle to be better. All I need to do is love myself more today than yesterday, and treat myself as someone who is deeply loved and also worth loving. You are worth loving. Okay? You are worth loving. You are lovable. Don't let anybody tell you different, because they will, to control you. This person had to learn a valuable lesson, something you couldn't have taught them. This is something that only the karmic could have taught them. Self-love, love in general, starts from within, and then it radiates out from there. They're seeing that now. They got stuck in memories or even fantasies about what life could have been like with this person, and now they realize the reality was far worse than anything they dreamed up at night in the distance that was between them. This person was a manipulator, and they're realizing that now. Spirit, give me a prayer card, please, for today. My lovely collective, and thank you so much for joining me today, and please consider subscribing to my channel. I'd love to have you here. All right, so what do we have? Romans 12:14. Bless those who persecute you. Don't curse them. Pray that God will bless them. Amen. Amen. You know, bitterness and hate only beget more of that. If this person did you wrong or somebody did you wrong in life, love and light and move forward in forgiveness. We all got to work on that, even myself. But that's the true start of love. That's the true start of healing. But start with yourself. Love yourself, my friends, because you are lovable. You're worth it. Thank you so much for joining me on Empress Aries 888. Please like and subscribe and join my tribe because I'd love to have you. Till next time, be safe out there, my friends. Be blessed.